Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. A few days ago I got a request and I was asked if I can show how to make something like this here. And yeah, the question was about the color here, this rainbow colors and everything. Yeah, and so let's try to make something like this. And this is from Elias Klingen here. You will find in the description the original link here. And yeah, so let's test, let's make something like this. I found a little time, so during my other machines render, so I have here a free machine and let's make it. Yeah, I did more than less live again, so I didn't test it, but I think you can do it and I think it will go very quick. So let's start with a sphere. So I want to have square renders. Take all my render settings here and put it to square. So, and we don't need GI here because we work just with reflections, I think. So this should work. So and the sphere, we need more segments. Let's say 100 segments should be enough for the moment. Okay. And yeah, and now I want to play with cloth here. We could do this with the displace deformer, the noise in the displace deformer too, but I think the better result we get with cloth here and some dynamics. So I go to the simulation text and take just the cloth. And cloth just works with an converted object. So I have to convert this into sphere. So I press C on the keyboard and I convert, and now when I hit play, okay, it's dynamic and it does something. But I want to stay in place with the thing, but so I don't want to have some gravity here. And I don't want, yeah, we can put here some turbulence strength. This won't work because we have no wind, I think so. Let's put the wind strength to 1 and in every direction. Let's see what we get here. And it does something. So I want more frames, let's say 500 frames. You see that works quite well and quite fast in the viewport, so we can test it. Good, this is not really what I want. I think I don't want any of these here. Don't want so. What I want is, I want the turbulence from the particle system here, from the simulate particle, and take this turbulence here. Let's see what it does, if it does something. It definitely does something. So let's make it much stronger and scale it up a little bit. What do we get? Whoops. Okay, we have something funny. Okay, let's go in the cloth stack here. I make another window for the cloth stack here and I lock it, so it's locked here, so I can go every time to this window and don't have to search. So I can make here the changes for the turbulence and here the changes for the cloth stack. So go to the forces and want some drag here so that it's not so weird. Okay, that looks not bad, but go to the flexion and 80. I don't want a bounce or a friction, and I want to up the iterations. Let's see what we get now. Yeah, that looks okay. maybe a little too much. If you go up with the iterations, we will have the more stiffness in this whole thing. Put up a little rubber here. And try again. Oh, this is not bad. Maybe iteration 30. It's okay, okay. And the turbulence. Let's make 200 here. So everything should go a little weirder. Bad, but I want more movement, so let's see what we have here. We can add here something like a rotation, maybe. Let's see what we get now. Okay, this is maybe a little too much rotation, but looks nice. But it's too much, so let's say 5. Maybe the turbulence is a little too big here. Yes, this is not bad. Too much rotation for me. So, I think with this we can work, just to see how it works with the material, and here we have something nice here. That's okay. We could do here much more. We could play with the close collider. We make something. Let's test one thing. Make a sphere. Let's say 40, 40. And give it a C to convert it, and give it a cloth collider deck, simulation deck, cloth collider, and give it a vibration deck. So let's say 300 by 300 by 300, frequency not too fast. Let's see what we get now. Okay, I see there we have a lot of possibilities to play with. And now it sticks on the sphere. Yeah, you can play a lot here. But this is not what I want. I want to just make some deformations, and that's it. So this is okay, the force is maybe a little less drag. This is better, I think. It deforms a little too much, maybe. So. No. We have 400. You see again, you can play so much with the settings. Okay, now I stay with 100 here. I take everything 100 and hope this is a nice thing. Let's see. It's a little too, so I go up with the iterations here to 50. No. Scale 200, frequency 50, flexion 100. So let's see now. Not really what I want. We will find a nice spot. Let's go to the size and make the size to 120. This could help. So I go back to 80 here. Here to 300. Okay. Strength maybe 50, but as I said, we can work here days. And this is too less deformation. Okay, I think this is what we can use. Okay. $200 frequency 100. So 100. I want to see some more deformations, but not too much. Yeah, I think this could work. And I don't want that it goes out here of our. Let's make a camera. In the camera coordinates 0, 0, 0, 0, and give it a protection deck, and I allow just the Z axis here, so I can just go in the Z axis and nothing else. Okay. And so stiffness, main reflection 50, 50 bounce friction is okay, this is okay. Here we don't need with the track, yeah, this. Yeah, here I think with the track we can do something so it doesn't go out of the. It should stay in our camera here. The track it takes some energy out of the whole dynamics. Okay. Maybe give it the rotation 5. 5 may be too much. 3. Okay, I go with this now. Sorry, because it's too long if it, so I go for something deformed. And now let's make a material for it. It should render quite fast because we need just a reflection and a little blur. I do a tutorial now for the physical render. The original one is done in Octane. Here you see it use the Octane render for this. And yeah, well, let's do it for physical render in Octane. I make first the physical render thing and then the Octane. Or no, I make the Octane extra. If you guys want the Octane version, So please tell me, and I will do an Octane version too. So the animation will be the same. Doesn't matter if this or this. But so first I put this in a subdivision surface. I think 2 by 2 is enough here. NA 2, but we have with the subdivision surface we get here some ugly things I see. Now let's make it with 2 by 2 and put a smoothing deformer under this. This is of course too much, so 10% maybe. Should make it a little better here. Maybe can we go to loop here? A loop makes it a little better. Okay, now that's something like this. Okay, so I don't need a smoothing deformer here really. Let's start with the material. Normally I would start here with a metal material and have my presets here, but some people ask me to start with the material from scratch because they don't have the scene rig and they don't have the presets, and so they can't really follow very good. So okay, I will do it. I make the from scratch. You see, with the scene rig you have everything almost ready. The scene rig, I go here to just put in, and we do this with the scene film, and you see we are already done. But let's make this from scratch so everybody can follow. So a new material. My default material is there is just nothing activated. You see it. I go to my reflectance layer. I have here for the layer the GGX layer, and go to the Fresnel. The Fresnel I want a conductor. Let's start with a chromium thing. Okay, and let's activate, of course. Good so far. Here's everything. Let's a little brightness, brightness and roughness. And here in the color layer, I take the effect, the scene film shader. This makes this color here, and I put it on my sphere. And I don't want to see it here in the preview. So the preview looks nice, but the doesn't show us what I want. So low is okay here. But we need something to reflect inside here, and it's for reflection. I put my Nikomedias Scene Rig inside, of course, without a floor. And immediately you see we have here something. I want a dark background, so I go here with the black. Looks nice so far, and I see I don't need a light intensity. We don't need light in this scene, but I go up with the reflection brightness. Let's say to 20. Yes, that looks nice, but I think we can get here a nice result. I have here a very simple studio HDRI, so let's change the HDRI to something nicer. Maybe this one, yes. See. Yeah, that looks immediately much nicer. Looks good, and maybe more. Yeah. What you can do, you can put lights on the side, maybe. So, and. Yeah, let's put, but I don't think it makes much difference here with light. But let's make some lights. I put in an area light. I want on every side a light, so on 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So I want them all 90 degrees here. So num times 90, that turns everything 90 degrees. So you see now we have here one with 0, one with 90 here, one with 180 and one with 270. Good so far. And I want T for scale. I select all them and scale them up a little bit. So this is okay. It is over our thing. And now I just drag the lights to where I want it. Let's say 300 here is okay. The next one is 300 to here to the side. Next one 300, oopsie, back 300 here. And the last one 300 here. Okay, we have now 4 lights. Let's make some more, one above and one down. So I copy, I change this one. Okay, I go to the rotation, hold my control key so it makes a copy and rotate 90 degrees. So E, so I can move it up to about 300 centimeter. And I want it here in the middle, so the Z axis to 0. And now I just copy this light. E for move tool, hold my control key, go down 600. So, and we have all our lights. The direction of the light doesn't matter here in this case. And let's see if it makes any difference. Until now it makes no difference, because first we have to go in the light, and in the details we have to say don't show in the specular but show it in the reflections. And you see we have a little difference here, but it is not much. So that is here it looks even better without lights, I think. But the lights we can use maybe in Octane, but if somebody wants to see this in Octane, maybe we can go with reflection and put here the light a little up. Yeah, you see it makes a little difference, but no, this doesn't look so bad. But I do it without light, so I do it just over the reflections. When I want more reflections, I go up here with the reflections. Yeah, that looks nice. And if the reflections are too hard, I can blur the reflections a little bit. So let's blur. It looks a little softer, everything, but it's okay. That looks not bad. I like it. And now what you can do is go to the material. If you want other colors, you can play with the thin film shader. You see, let's say for example, if you put the thickness to 600, you will get different colors. 700, you get different colors. And of course, if you go down, you get different colors too. I think 600 was nice. Yeah, this is a nice one. Yeah. And if you play with the IOR, it's the same. 1.4, you can change it. See? Different colors. So you can play whatever you want. And now in the origin we have here some small dots here. Yeah, we can put it in. Let's see how we do this. We could do it with a simple roughness map. Yeah, I go to the roughness here, and here is a small triangle. I open it, and in the texture deck, go to surfaces and put in a tiles surface. And in the tiles, I go to circles. So we have dots here. White, white. Just drag the color to the next color, and maybe not so much. So that's better. Okay, but they are too big for sure. But Now I go up with the roughness, so I see something of this. Now you see we have these dots here. Of course they are too big. So first I don't want here something like this. So, and here let's global scale go down to 10. And now we have some dots here. It's okay, but I don't want it so present, so I go to 50%. And okay, we have our dots. Good. Yeah, that should it be, and this should render quite fast. So let's go to the render setting. I go to my middle settings. In 720 is okay here. I want all the frames. We have 500 frames here. I want to render all of them. This will go very fast if I'm not wrong, but so I don't have to save here. Go to the output. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. All frames should be okay. And just Shift R for render. Yes, I don't want to save. You see it renders really fast. So, but 2 seconds per frame is nothing. And let's render something. And even 1 second per frame, you see. Okay, I make a short break and I'm back in a second for you. So I'm back after the first 110 frames, and you see we get a really nice thing here. Of course you can render it with higher render, but even with the middle render with 2 seconds per frame, we get a very nice result here. Yeah, and during this rendering I decided to make the Octane part now too, because it shouldn't go the same. This is a quite easy material for Octane, so let's make now the Octane part for it. And yes, I want to stop it. And to all guys that don't have Octane, and I'm sure they stop it now, and I will say thanks for watching and everything. And you will find everything in the description, and the patrons will get the project file, of course, too. And yeah, and hopefully I see you in the next tutorial. And I'm still here. I do the Octane part now. And yeah, for the non-Octane, you are welcome to donate too. So if you want to donate, you will find everything in the description, and even the Patreon link you will find in the description too. So now I start with the Octane part. For the Octane part, of course, we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need the material. We don't need nothing. So, yeah, and yeah, the lights maybe we can use, but maybe then we need, of course, the OCTANE light tag. But we don't need the Nikomedias Scene Rig. We can easily bring it away with the script, and it's away. And we have still one layer here with the glossy material. I don't need it, so this is just the espresso for this. Okay, and now we are here. Let's start with the Octane part. For the Octane part, of course, we need some sky or some HDRI too, so I make a new Octane sky. And I put in the same HDRI. It should work. And yeah, let's see what we get here. Yeah, I need you, but not now. Octane live viewer windows. So show us something good. I don't want. It doesn't matter. I let this as background. It looks nice. It's a nice background. So let it. But we could simply do it away too. But for now. Now let's make a new Octane material. So I go to the Octane glossy material and go in my node editor. So And here in the node editor, I have a glossy material. This is okay. So here be sure you are on glossy. And here we have the film width. We have a thin film here already. So this is the film index. This is the IOR from the normal, from the physical render thing. And here we have the film width. And here we can play with everything. But for the thin film, let's bring this on the sphere material. And for the thin film width, I go up with the film width. And what I need here is, in the diffuse, I make it with an RGB spectrum, because and make it here everything just black. I don't want any color, you see, I don't want any color in the diffuse channel. Then we can play with the film width here. We can play with the film width, with the float texture, and here you see we get everything we want, something like that. Let's make here more power, and let's say, okay, I don't want to see the environment here. I could make another octane sky with just a texture in the background, but I simply can go to the octane settings, to the environment color to black. Okay, I have it at black. And here in the tech, I go from primary to visible environment. I don't want to see the backplate, I just want to see reflections and refractions. And so we have everything like before. We have a very nice, color here. So. But maybe even now we can make this brighter, and here we can try the lights too. So I put on every light an octane light deck and bring them in, and let's see if it does something. At the moment not, of course, because we have one light in front of the camera. So we have to go to the lights, or the lights in the light text. So in the octane light text, visibility, and go to camera visibility off. Yeah, now we get this. We have here a big thing, so we can make the lights bigger. T for scale, and scale them up. You see it does something. I make them smaller. Something like that, and go in the octane material and play with the roughness here. So float texture for the roughness, and you see that does something. We have almost exactly the same results like with the physical render, and it can't render faster than in the physical render. 1 second or 2 seconds a frame is top. Totally shiny is for me too much, but just a little roughness inside. 0.1. And we can do the same here with the roughness and the dots. Let's bring the float texture away. Go to my roughness channel here, and in the texture I take the surface tiles. So now we have the tiles here too, and I wanna have the circles here. I said 1, 1 and 10, and you see we have our circles here. And I want an over this is, let's see, maybe we can make the a spherical thing. So fit to object. Yes. Get here 10 by 10. 20 by 20. Not here 20 by 20, here 20 by 20. But it's the same like the UV mapping, huh? No, in the UV mapping it looks different, so let's stay with the spherical mapping here. Okay, but it makes this thing here. I don't want this. Go here to 100. Maybe here 10 by 10. 5 by 5. Yeah, that's better now. Okay, but I want all over things too. So what I do is now I take a multiply node. Okay, and I multiply the float texture with the tiles texture. I forgot here to make it black and white, but it works so too. You see, it works not bad, so let it be like it is. I'm going to the roughness. And so I think I like it. Okay. Good. So that's my texture. And now, yeah, the same is here. The same. We could play it. And it works exactly the same. So. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. So, and you see, I've just whoops, get out kernel. With Pathrism, just 300 samples. So, go to 1,000 samples, and this wouldn't need much longer. So, speculative and 10 by 10. It's not really necessary. Don't need an 500 is even. I try to make here the same now. I go to the octane render, 720, all frames, 20. This is okay, and hit render. With octane, we have the first frame. We have the way to see here. It analyzes the frames first from 1 to 500, and then it starts to render. So it would need here, I think, it almost longer than with the physical render, because the physical render just start to render and that's it. And in this time where it analyzes with physical render, I have already 10 frames rendered or something else. And you see the same time with physical render 2 seconds and here 2 seconds. So this is the way how you do it in the. But I think I would, yeah, I would. Did I? No, I would do it without. I would do it without lights. So let's see again. So go back to the live viewer window and bring away the light. Or maybe not so shiny. Let's play here. Maybe a little light here is not so bad. But you see how it works with the octane render. So another HDRI maybe. So yeah, it's not bad, but I will try another HDRI here. It's let's make something. Oops, open it. Okay, but this should be a brighter one, I think, or not. That's good. Not the power. This here. Maybe an indoor. Yeah, but it's on you to play here, so this looks nice. Then I have here. With this you could play. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to play too much, but you see how it works, and it works very easy. So okay, this was it for this tutorial, and on the weekend there will come soon another tutorial. This was just so in between during the machine's render, and I'm waiting for my food and everything. So yeah, I hope you liked it. It was an easier one this time, I know, but yeah, not uninteresting or so. Okay, I wish you all a nice day, and hopefully see you in the next tutorial. And again, you will find everything you need in the description. The Patreons will get the project file, of course, too. And yeah, you will find links for the scene rigs in the description. You will find donation links in the description, Patreon links in the description, Facebook links in the description, and okay. I know this is boring, these last sentences are very boring, and but I wanna bring it in mind. So yeah, so hopefully see you in the next tutorial, and I wish you really a great day, and hopefully see you in the next tutorial. So now my last words again. Tschüss und Baba.